Hello everybody, Max Monty 1516 here, back again with yet another Thomas Wooden Railway 2.0 review. So, the most recent item in my collection now is the brand new 2022 NIA. So, yeah, you know what that means, it's time for yet another review. So, her listing just went up on Amazon a few days ago. I instantly bought it and she has just arrived. So, yeah, without further ado, let's take a look at the box. So you guys know the drill at this point. The box, it still looks really good in my opinion. I still really like it. So there is a nice clear picture of what's included. We got the logo here, and NIA here. Actually, usually there are names in other languages on the top of the box there, and that's missing this time. So that's kind of interesting. And then, again, Wooden Railway logo. There's a bunch of licensing info on the back and stuff like that. Even though it came from online, mine actually has this, like, store hook on the back of the box. And then there's the other side. So, yeah, there's the box. I think it looks really nice. And let's go ahead and get into the actual item. Real quick, I want to mention this. As I've been opening this, this is the inside slot of the box. And, yeah, so basically, there is now this new perforated piece in the cardboard here. I could be wrong, but I'm like 99% sure that this has not been on the previous boxes. So you tear this tab open, and it gets you to like these little things here in the back. These are what hold the engines in. So yeah, that is very interesting. That's actually like, I'm positive that's new. I'm not going crazy, I swear. Alright, so one last thing I'd like to mention is that NIA is my second engine to actually come with a pamphlet. So, I don't remember if I showed this in the Thomas review or not, but I will quickly go over it. So this pamphlet includes all of the original Wave 1 for this new Wooden Railway range. So, as you can all see, the only two that I'm now missing are Rebecca and Kevin. And I say two because Hero is also out on Amazon, and I've ordered him, but he's still not here for some reason, so guess we'll just wait on that. Expect a Hero review coming whenever he arrives. So yeah, now just waiting for Rebecca and Kevin to land. Amazon has given a release date for both Rebecca and Henry, and that is apparently June 28th. So that's coming up pretty soon, I guess. We're going to start seeing some Wave 2 items. And then on the back here, as you can see, we have the new slogan, Built for Memories That Last. Between some track, I actually like this a lot. The design of these pamphlets is still really nice. And then here is a layout of everything that was for the Wave 1. So also on the back here you can see Knapford Station, which I have reviewed. If you haven't seen that, go watch it. I worked hard on that. And then, yeah, there's just a lot of nice stuff here, also including the Tidmouth Sheds and the starter set there. So yeah, this is pretty cool. And now for the up-close look. Right here I have the brand new NIA model, and I am very impressed with this model right here. This is high quality. So, yeah, looking at NIA, she is, of course, actually properly sized. She's just a smidge bigger than Thomas, and yet also just a bit smaller than James. And, yeah, I think that's perfect. She actually has been given the same wheel arrangement as James. Personally, I was expecting, before NIA was revealed, I was actually expecting her to have this type of small wheel on either end and then have two bigger driving wheels. But honestly, I don't mind this at all. So yeah, a closer look at the detail shows that she does have piston and side rod detailing. There's lamps here. Her number is there. She does have a firebox glow, but it's not yellow from the fire for some reason. It's purple. That is very confusing. I mean, I don't mind it, but it's just a weird little detail. So yeah, a lot of like mechanical looking parts near her smoke box. She's even been given like an actual Westinghouse pump on the side of her smoke box. That is like really nice attention to detail. There's also these two black pieces right here. It's actually just a like this whole part is just plastic, like the dome included, and it's just like, I guess, built into the wood. I'm not sure what these black like areas are. Yeah, so there's that. And also, even her dome has printing on it. Like, there's a little yellow stripe around it, I guess. That's super cool. Yeah. So, like I said, there's a ton of attention to detail on this model. Of course, she does have some green stripes, cab roof. It doesn't go all the way around, but again, I don't think it does on the show either. And she does have a very nicely detailed coal bunker. Nothing on the back, unfortunately, but that's what we come to expect. And on the other side, the printing on, like, her graphics, I guess I'll call them, or I guess just the graphics in general on this model, mine are a little bit blurry. I don't know if that's a worldwide problem on this model or anything, but yeah, I might be the first person to showcase this on YouTube. I'm not entirely sure, but I have not seen many people get these yet. So yeah, like I said, these like patterns here, they are kind of blurry. I don't know if it's that easy to tell. I think it's a bit more blurry on this side than it is the other. So that's just interesting to note. Of course, she does have her name printed on the sides as well. And she does have the number 18 right there as well. So, unfortunately, plastic bogies. But speaking of the bogies, on the back one here, of course, there's all the info, like the codes, the Thomas and Friends Cloud logo. Then there is NIA, and her name is still trademarked after like 4 years. I don't get why they did that. Anyway, another really interesting thing is that her bogies have like B3 and B4 on them. I don't know what that entails, what it means. It's something or another. Anyway, the last part of the model I want to look at is the front here. So yeah, her face, it's perfect. I think that is a really good looking NIA face. Actually, it might be like the best NIA face I've seen on a toy. So yeah, and of course she does have front buffer detailing as well, even going as far to include the rivets. And if I can get my camera to focus, you can see the rivets around the buffers. There we go. So yeah, there's that. Overall, NIA is absolutely stunning, and now that I have her in hand, she's one of my favorite models from the new range. I mean, this is really, really nice. So I guess everyone has noticed at this point, even though NIA is a tank engine, she was put in the larger tender engine box, and that means she is $5 more. So, well, to counter that, I mean, they just threw in this little van here, and actually, it's really nice. A lot of people were kind of turned off by this when the pictures first came out, but honestly, now that I'm holding it, again, it's heavy. Like, this little van is actually almost as heavy as NIA is. So that is very surprising. And there's actually a lot of printed detail on this. So from what I'm looking at here, I'm guessing it's like a little elephant car. This is probably based off of the season 24 episode, NIA and the Unfriendly Elephant. So yeah, I mean, even like there's a little print detail here of the door sliding open. You can see the elephant's trunk. That's really nice, actually. I mean, yeah. So looking the other side here, the door is shut, and there's like some zebra patterns like the Sodor Animal Park has. And yeah, there's even like printed detail of the door, and you can see rivets and stuff. This is like really, really fine detail here. And it does have like the same smaller wheel mold as NIA does on her front bogey there. So they're purple, and there's purple like the roof and the elephant logo there. And honestly, the purple and orange are a nice contrast, so I can see why they chose this. And you know what? Honestly, I'm glad this was included. I think it looks pretty nice, and I'm sure it fit in on some good strains. So yeah, without much else to say on that van, the last part of this review I quickly want to do is a comparison between the wooden railway NIA and the wood NIA. So, little quick history here. This is the wood NIA. NIA came out after the original wooden railway line ended, so unfortunately she never got a chance to make it into the original wooden railway. However, judging on how other characters were done, like Ryan and Ashima, who are like bigger than Thomas but like smaller than James, NIA probably would have been done in the same style as Thomas here. So honestly, this is probably not too far off from what we would have gotten in wooden railway. But yeah, the wood NIA, it's okay. It's got some nice detail and all. I don't think it's the worst model in the range. But yeah, I mean, it's just like every wood item, it's pretty subpar. So yeah, anyway. Now comparing these two, it's no comparison, honestly. These models are so different. It's actually kind of crazy. Like, even the faces. NIA has a more smug look on the 2022 model, and I actually really like this. Yeah, it's really nice. And she's also a lot taller and thinner, which, again, is actually pretty good in my opinion. So, yeah, it's such a contrast. But, yeah, and again, looking at the bottom there, yeah, again, huge difference there. I mean, heck, we even have, like, an actual, like, bogey system now on this new NIA model. So, yeah, again, the faces, both faces are good, although I do prefer the 2022 model. And there's just so much detail on the actual tooling. Like, you can see, like, pieces are cut out here, and there's all of this stuff. Whereas this is just, it's all flat. There's nothing really standing out. This one doesn't even have a dome. But yeah, honestly, like I'm saying here, 2022 model, it beats this one out of the water. So again, I'll do a quick look on the top there. There aren't even, these black boxes are just nowhere to be seen on the wood model anywhere. Same like with the coal bunker here. The coal bunker is just kind of sad, honestly. But yeah, there's a little comparison between these two NIA models. I definitely know which one I like more. And yeah, NIA as a character isn't too well liked in the fandom at this point. I think she's okay, but honestly, this model's really nice, and I hope this review has shed some light on what good of a model this is. And yeah, I definitely encourage someone to pick this up, especially since the only other option is NIA, or this wood NIA here. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I've got to say. Was not planning on making this review today, but NIA did arrive earlier. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Apologies if I rambled at some points, but that's basically it. Thank you all for watching, and have a great day. MaxMonty1516 signing out.